All right, folks, if you guys probably noticed that we are on another live stream. How should I put it? We had another live stream set for this event, but it got demonetized even before we actually went live, which makes absolutely no sense to me why YouTube would do something so stupid like that. But please share this live stream because a lot of people are going to be lost now. I have to send new notifications, erase all the old link to this live stream. So please share this live stream on social media. Hopefully Patriots are able to see where we are. I'm going to send another notification through text message to let people know that we are here instead of where we were before, because YouTube demonetized the live stream. It's such a headache. But anyways, thank you for choosing us as your stream of choice. Please share the live stream. We'll put the footage soon on your screen. Just give me a few seconds as I get everything ready to go.
Hey, I'm Larry Kudlow. I hope I'm hooked up with the mic. I believe I am. We're here to celebrate, actually. That's what we're going to call this, to celebrate the new American workforce, is what I'm calling it. The new American workforce in the middle of an economic boom. One person has gone around the country championing, crusading, so that every worker can be, listen to this word, it's one of my favorite words, reskilling. Reskilling. We've all got, later on, I'm going to ask her about reskilling old broadcasters and NEC directors, and maybe more. Anyway, the headline here is you have a new announcement now. This is private sector, okay, private companies no government money, but dealing with the American workforce so we can fit in the missing links between job openings and folks who want to work. Ivanka Trunk, tell us about it.
Thank you, Larry, and thank you for this opportunity. So we're sitting in a room today surrounded by companies who have committed to investing in their workforces and workers who have benefited and students from those programs. The reality is that we have an incredible economy, a robust economy, and that's because of deregulation, because of tax reform, and for the first time in history, we have more vacant jobs than we have unemployed workers to fill them. And so this represents an enormous opportunity for us to think about making sure that every American worker is equipped with the skills they need, whether they're in high school and they're looking to graduate and have a job ready for them upon graduation, or whether they're a mid to late career worker who's looking for an opportunity to learn a new skill or learn a new trade. So we've been doing that. The president, back in July, announced a call to action where he wanted the private sector to step up and start to take responsibility and take a commitment for investing in their own workforce. They did that. Back at the end of July, we announced over 3.5 million jobs created by companies such as Apple and FedEx, Microsoft and Walmart and so many others. Since that period of time, more than 120 additional companies have signed our Pledge to America's Workers. And as Larry noted, no federal funds are involved in this at all. And they're committing to retraining, creating new jobs, creating enhanced career opportunities, apprenticeship, learn while you earn opportunities. So several of those employers are here with us today. We've got the CEO from Textron, who has committed to 22,000 opportunities to train workers in the aviation sector. So thank you very much for that commitment. Ford Motor Company is committed to providing 55,000 new jobs and opportunities in the automotive sector. AT&T has committed to 200,000 new jobs and opportunities. And IPC, John, the CEO, thank you so much, of this association that represents electronic assembly industry, whose members have committed a total of 1 million new jobs and training opportunities. So just incredible.
Stand up, please.
Please, yes.
And so the headline is, you're up to?
We're up to 6.3 million new jobs.
Which is incredible. Incredible.
And if you think about that in context, that represents 5% of the current workforce. So it's really remarkable. And really this is that call to action to the private sector to invest in the current and the future workforce. And we're going to continue to have the private sector sign our pledge and agree to making this type of investment. With that, while the last event and the last time we were here announcing the launch of the pledge, today we really wanted to focus on the workers that benefit from it. So in my travels, and I've been to job training programs in now 14 states across the country and really seen the best in class things that are happening on a state level. Thank you, Governor Bevin, for all that you're doing. And on a private sector level. But I've met some remarkable people, many of whom are in this room. I'd like to briefly introduce Eric, who I was just in Eastern Kentucky with, who went from a job in the coal mining industry to now a CNC machining instructor. He was so good that they wanted to keep him to train their other workers. So maybe, Eric, if you wouldn't mind standing and telling us a little bit about your story.
Well, like you said, I was a laid-off coal miner. I worked in the coal mines for 30 years. Worked my way through it all. Electrician when I was laid off. Found myself without anything to, support my family with. What am I going to do? Unemployment's not going to do it. I'm not old enough to be retired yet, so I got to work every day of my life. So I got the opportunity through Paintsville Cap office to give me the knowledge of the CNC machine school that had just opened up there in Paintsville. I was in the first class. Went through it as a 16-week course. took to it, understood it, become a part of it. They decided to keep me there, and I help with other students. We're in our third class now. We have people working in Louisville, Winchester, all around the surrounding area. But those guys, you know, they want to come home too and work right there in the area. So we're hoping that with the school and the jobs that we're creating will bring industry in, and we'll all flourish. Just bring it on. So, thank you.
I saw firsthand just how amazing.
All right, folks. So YouTube keeps demonetizing, and YouTube keeps on shadow banning this live stream. And you guys want to know the reason why? Is because we put MAGA, Make America Great Again, in the title. That is the reason why YouTube is demonetizing this live stream. So we will not have as many Patriots out here, because YouTube will throw it to the bottom of the barrel, and other streams will get everyone that is looking for this live stream. So we need your help now more than ever to share this live stream. YouTube keeps demonetizing it. And if YouTube demonetizes the live stream, it's basically invisible. You will not find it anywhere. You will not find it in the search. If you search for the title, you won't find it. YouTube will basically bury it as deep as it possibly can. And that's the issue that we're having. We had another live stream that we had already ready to go, and we were about to go live when YouTube automatically demonetized it. And now we made another one, and YouTube again demonetized it. So this live stream that you're watching right now is completely demonetized, is completely shadow banned. It's buried very, very deep. Not as many people are going to be able to find it. So if you guys notice that not many people are turning out to the live stream, is because of that reason. That if you put the word "Make America Great Again" anywhere in the description, in the title, in the tags, anywhere on the live stream, it will get automatically demonetized. So it really gets us angry. But at this point, there's really nothing we can do, because we already sent out this link. We can't shut it down. So we're just going to have to wait for, we're going to have to do the live stream this way, and there's really nothing we can do. You know, YouTube is totally screwing us on this one. They didn't do it on the one before, but now for some reason they're doing it on this one. I do not understand why. And, but yeah, so if you would like to support us, right now is the time that we need the most support we can possibly get, both sharing the live stream, and if you'd like to contribute to Golden State Times, the link is in the description below. We're working very hard to get this out there, but YouTube is not helping at all, and they're demonetizing for absolutely no reason. So thank you for understanding.
Eric is, and the work that he does, and the instruction he's given to so many in that facility. So really amazing. And Stasia, I met you in Houston, and Stasia is currently training to be an apprentice and is valedictorian of her class, graduating, I believe, just in a couple months, and is looking forward to a career as a pipe fitter. I should also mention that you're a Marine Corps veteran. So would you share your story with us, Stasia?
Well, as she said, my name is Stacia Brightman. I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm the proud mother of 2 boys, and I'm a Marine Corps veteran. My oldest son is also a Marine as well, stationed in MCAS Cherry Point. Following my career in the Marine Corps, I found myself unemployed, working a bunch of dead-end jobs. And I was looking for something more than just a job. I wanted a career. So I was approached by SNB for their Women's Apprenticeship Program, which is an Earn While You Learn program. At that time, I was kind of discouraged because the oil and gas industry is not an industry that has a lot of respect for women and has a lot of respect for females. So I went and I spoke with my pastor, and my pastor gave me some words of advice. She told me that be the change that I want to see. Be the woman that can go out there and make the difference, that can earn the women respect. So I agreed to the Women's Apprenticeship Program from SNB. It's a 16-week course, and we on our 11th week, and as Ms. Ivanka said, yes, I am the valedictorian of our class. I appreciate S&B for the opportunity that it's given me. Not only do I have a job, now I have a career. And I have a career that I can lean on and that I can look forward to and that'll take me further.
Amazing, amazing, congratulations. And lastly, I'd like to introduce Anna. Anna, I met in Pittsburgh in August in Robotics Row. And Anna and I see several of her classmates are part of the first robotics team. And hi, ladies. They are doing just incredible things in the field of STEM, and they're competing both in Pennsylvania and internationally, and are really our next generation of entrepreneurs, engineers, innovators, and really inspiring. So Anna, will you share with us some of your goals and your story?
Yeah, my name is Anna Nesbitt. I'm a sophomore in high school. I am, as Ms. Trump said, I am a part of a first robotics team called Girls of Steel Robotics. You can see 3 of the other girls on our team right over there. Every year, our robotics team of around 50 girls from the greater Pittsburgh area meets at Carnegie Mellon University, and we build an 120-pound robot in 6 weeks. Once we build the robot, then we go to international competitions, and we compete with it through a game that FIRST designs. But these teams are so much more than just about robotics. Each girl on our team is part of a business sub-team and a technical sub-team, which allows girls to be able to spend 1 day a week writing a business plan and the next day of a week welding. And it's really teaching girls on our team and on all FIRST programs similar to ours, real-world skills that you could not get from sitting behind a desk in a classroom. So the things that I've learned through Girls of Steel and been empowered to try through Girls of Steel, I know are going to shape my future. And yeah, I'm really thankful for the opportunities that we've had through these after-school programs in STEM.
So, thank you. Thank you for sharing your story, and I thought that would set a nice tone for a broader discussion about the economic opportunity that's been being created by President Trump and this administration. So Larry, I'll kick it over to you now.
Thank you, Yvonne. By the way, young lady, robot building. A lot of people are worried about the future with robots, but somebody's got to build them, somebody's got to service them. Somebody's got to keep them going. There's a lot of jobs there. You've got one. I think you illustrated an important point.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yes. Girls of Steel, really, and all FIRST robotics programs, there's tons of scholarships through them, and you come out of the meetings feeling like you know more than you went into, and so that really does empower you to join that STEM workforce. I know Tina, who's sitting over there, she's interested in going into robotics, and whenever she started Girls of Steel, she wanted to go into history. So it really does empower you to try new things, go out of your comfort zone, which is things that girls need.
Thank you. Terrific stuff. So, Mr. President, nobody wants to talk about the economy anymore. So let's talk about the economy. All right?
I like it.
You beat your critics. You beat your naysayers. We're growing at 3% plus. We just had a record, let's see, 18-year high in consumer confidence, I think yesterday or the day before. How'd you do it? What's the message here?
Well, we did it with a lot of good thought, and we did it with a lot of great people like we have here today, and some are going into different fields. By the way, the coal mining field is doing very well right now, but some people will go out of that, and some people will go into that, because frankly, it is really, as you know, you see what's happening. It's doing great. We have the governor of Kentucky with us, and he has been, Matt, please stand up, Matt Bevin. Please, what a job he's done. And he can tell you how well it's doing, but we have a lot of other industries that are doing well. You really have your choice. You didn't have a choice just a few years ago, and now you have a choice because our markets are so strong. The job market at 3.7% is the lowest in 50 years. It's the best unemployment numbers we have in 50 years, and that's wonderful, but we actually need workers now. That's a good thing to be saying, because that hasn't been said for many, many decades. And we want people to come in. You've all been reading about the immigration situation with the caravans and all, but the fact is we want people coming into the country. We want them to come in legally. They want to come through a system that we have set up and that we're really setting up well. And they want to come in, and we want them to come in through merit so that they can help these companies, because we have, just in Japan alone, we have 6 major car companies going to open up new plants and coming in. They're coming into Michigan, and they're coming to Ohio. They're coming to a lot of different places. We have a lot of car companies coming. We have a lot of companies, period. Foxconn in Wisconsin is an example. And all of this has just led to optimism. I mean, we're cheerleaders. That's a big part of it. And we're cheerleaders for our country, for our system. We're getting rid of a lot of the bureaucratic blocks and a lot of the regulations, Larry, which you know are very important. In fact, before we did the tax cuts, and the tax cuts are a big factor, but before we did these really massive tax cuts, the biggest that we've ever done, we did regulation cuts, and quite a bit before, and the economy was really going very well. And then you added to that the tax cuts and other things that we have within the reform bill. And the end result is we have an economy that's the hottest economy right now in the world. And I guess the stock market is up to getting close to 50%. If you think about it, that's incredible since the election. And it's, in fact, I hear today it's doing very well, Larry. It's up another 400 points. It was up 450 or so points yesterday. And it's just doing well. I will say this, they're waiting for the results of the midterms. And if the midterms, for some reason, don't do so well for Republicans, I think you're all going to lose a lot of money. I hate to say that. I think you're going to lose a lot of money. People are waiting on your 401ks and everything else. They're waiting to see what happens with the midterms. And if it comes out good, like we think it probably will, because there's a good feeling in the air. There are a lot of people voting. Go out and vote. But if it comes out good, I think the market's going to continue to go through a period that, like we've never seen before.
Yes, sir. It's a healthy economy. You know, the gentleman over there said, bring it on. I love that. I say that American men and women in business and the workforce are crushing it. We're the hottest economy in the world right now. Trillions of dollars are coming our way. Let me ask you this. Very unusual. When you look at the statistics, God forbid we should use a factoid, we are experiencing record blue-collar employment increases, the likes of which we haven't seen since the middle 80s, okay, when I was a Cub Scout for Reagan. We are looking at blue-collar wage increases are rising faster than white collars. Now, I'm not against white collars, but I'm just saying this is the blue-collar, middle-class Trump economy. How do you account for that?
Well, if you remember, the previous administration said there won't be any more manufacturing jobs. You're going to need a magic wand and all of that. Well, we had the magic wand because we have almost 600,000 manufacturing jobs since the election, and it's going to go much, much higher than that. And these are among our best jobs. I mean, if you look at jobs, those are great jobs. They're high-paying jobs. They're skilled jobs. People are being trained for those jobs. And I think that companies coming in, you have some of the great companies, and I really appreciate your top people coming from these great companies. And I just feel that they can train people far better than the government can train people. And they go specifically to that company. But I don't think there's ever been a way that we can go as a government and train people like you can train them for your great companies. And I also know that what happens, oftentimes these people that didn't know too much, and they go in, they get trained, they get a job, they do phenomenally well within the company. They go up in rank, they go up right like a rocket ship, and they go up in salary and pay, and even ownership in many cases where they have stock ownerships and options and everything else. So I just want to appreciate, these are great companies that are with us today, and you have done a fantastic job. So thank you all. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
During the campaign, you made it very
Which
clear.
one? Which campaign? There've been a lot of campaigns.
2016. During that campaign, I thought you made it very clear. You were speaking to people all across the country, the workforce, the entrepreneurs, the business owners. I thought you made it clear that the war against business is over, the war against energy is over, the war against success is over. If you succeed, you can keep more of what you earn. Almost from the day after you won, a falling consumer confidence index started to rise and rise and rise. Day before yesterday, I think, 18-year high. The thing.
All right, folks, we have footage. The camera guy just sent it right now. We have footage from inside the venue where President Trump is going to have his rally. I apologize if on the last time that was on the microphone I was a little bit angry or a little bit bothered, but every single time that YouTube does this kind of stuff to us, demonetizing, shadow banning, throwing us to the bottom of the barrel on a highly competitive platform like YouTube, it really does bother me, but I want to be as professional as I possibly can and let you guys know that we have the footage from inside the venue where President Trump is going to have his rally. So I'm going to be putting it up on your screen in just a second. You guys are going to see a screen that says live stream starting soon. Stand by as I get everything ready to go. YouTube has demonetized this live stream completely and shadow banned it at the same exact time. But you know how those tactics are of these people, so if you guys can please help us, that will be amazing. You can help us by sharing this live stream on social media. You can also help us by contributing on PayPal. That helps us out a lot because that gets us to the next event that continues operation here at Golden State Times. So thank you so much for that. I'm just looking for something. I haven't changed the lower third because we're like so extremely busy. So let me change it for you folks here in a second. We are live from Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's where this is right now. I know it says Ohio on here, but I'm trying to find it. Oh, here we go. All right, so I'll get it fixed right now. All right, folks, so this is live footage from Fort Wayne, Indiana, where President Trump is set to have his rally in just a few minutes. He has already landed in Indiana. He is already in the motorcade in Indiana. He's on his way to the Trump rally. So make sure you guys please share this live stream on Facebook, on Gab, on Reddit, on Twitter, on all of those social media sites. And I'll give you guys a quick shout out if you guys share it on Twitter or on Facebook as a thank you from us for you guys sharing the live stream on social media. Also, if you would like to join our notification squad, because YouTube does not notify a lot of our subscribers, a lot of Patriots, when we go live, so you can text America First to 555-888, and then you'll get a notification straight from me. We send those notifications. I send those notifications personally, and you guys can even reply to it and ask me a question, or if you guys want to know more information or anything like that. So that's a good way of keeping in contact with us here at Golden State Times. Thank you so much. And like I said, this is live footage from President Trump's rally in Fort Wayne, Indiana. All right, folks, we're going to be giving a couple shout outs here. We got a lot of Patriots sharing the live stream. That's always a good thing. Thank you so much for your support. We have Louis Filet, and we also have the Cybertronian. The Cybertronian. That's a good name, the Cybertronian. I like that. Let's see, who else do we have on here? If you guys can please share the live stream on social media, that would be amazing. We got DJ Saba 60. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Jeremy, thank you so much, Jeremy. Mag Show, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Jen, thank you so much, Jen, for sharing the live stream. Susie, thank you very much, Susie. Awake and Tim, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Phantom Exploration, thank you for your continued support and sharing the live stream on social media. Brenda Robert, thank you so much. And also Lava Koffel, I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Robert Rem, thank you so much. Terrence Morgan, thank you so much. Nugget, thank you so much. Jim C. Neal 7, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Mercedes 39, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Let's see, who else do we have on here, folks? We also have Tony. Thank you so much, Tony, for sharing the live stream on social media. We also have Oil Well. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. If you guys share the stream on Facebook or on Twitter, I'll give you guys a quick shout out. Ms. B, thank you so much. Lady of the Hawks, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. USA Buy Sell Business Model, welcome back and thank you for sharing the live stream. Perry C. Scott, thank you so much. Harold S. Hill, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. All right, folks, like I said, if you guys share the live stream on Twitter or on Facebook, I'll give you guys a quick shout out as a thank you for your support. All right, folks. Thank you so much, everyone that is helping us out on Super Chat. We have Carl, and we have the Cybertronian Sniper. That's an awesome last name, Cybertronian. I like that. Cybertronian says, "Thank you for the shout out." It says, "Paint the USA red tomorrow. Get out and vote, vote, vote." That's very true. There's actually something that's going on too. Lyft and Uber are both. Yeah, I think they're, hold on. I think I saw something regarding Uber and Lyft talking about discounted rides to polling places. But I just glanced at it. I didn't really see what was going on with that. But that's always a good thing. If someone doesn't have a way to get to vote, now you can vote, or you can use Lyft to vote, which is really good. Oh, here we go. Okay, it says Uber and Lyft giving Colorado voters free rides on election day, but I don't know if it's everywhere. It says, okay, so this coming directly from Lyft. It says November 6th, all Lyft rides to polling stations are 50% off. Let your voice be heard. Get your promo code, and you'll get 50% off on rides through Lyft. Let's see what Uber is doing. Uber should be doing something similar. Let's see. Okay, so it says your vote is what drives democracy forward. Learn where your polling places are, and we'll get you there on a discounted rate, but it doesn't really say how much. Let's see if it tells me more information. Okay, it says earlier this month we announced an initiative to use our technology to help Americans get to the polling stations on Election Day, Tuesday, November 6th. It says, to date, our partners Vote Together and Democracy Works have been engaging in groups of voters to ensure transportation, so that way it's not a barrier. Make sure you have the most recent version of the Uber app. After the promotional code VOTE 2018 in your app, it says that you have to put in where your polling place is, but how much is the... It doesn't even say how much is the discount. They should be discounted at least half off. And if you're a veteran, you should get free, and senior citizens should get it for free. I don't know what's going on with that, but if you do not have a ride to get to the polling places to go and vote tomorrow, use Lyft or Uber. They're not paying me at all. Don't think that this is a commercial or anything. I'm just saying that people need to get to the polling place and they need to vote. Vote, vote, vote tomorrow, folks, is so important. I know you guys are seeing it on TV, on the radio, all over the place, but it's so crucial to go out there and exercise your voting rights. So make sure you guys go out there, use Uber, use Lyft, use a friend, get somebody, take your neighbors, take your friends, your families, take everyone. Make sure you get everyone out to vote. So I just wanted to bring that up just in case anybody was wondering how they're going to get to the voting booth tomorrow. Now you know that both of those rideshare services are giving discounts if you use them to get to a polling place, to a voting booth. So just note that. I apologize that I missed another super chat. We got one Marine. Thank you so much for your support. Also, Real Power. Thank you so much for your support. Let's see who else we have on here. Okay, so I think that's it. Thank you so much for your support through Super Chat. I'll be giving more shout outs in a minute. Oh, Paula Hurst, thank you so much for your support on Super Chat. All right, folks. So we're going to give a couple more shout outs here. We have follow QAnon. Thank you so much. And it says shadow ban. That's exactly what this live stream has become, a shadow ban, because they demonetized it completely. And we don't even understand why. It's craziness. Thank you so much to Cindy. Thank you, Cindy, for sharing the live stream. Nationalist Troy and Maggie M. Thank you so much. We also have May. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of Patriots that are sharing the live stream of the scammer. I cannot express how many times I have to let people know to be careful, folks. Be careful. If you guys are not seeing this on RSBN, if you guys are not seeing this on Golden State Times or on Fox 10 Phoenix, I think it's called. If you're not seeing it on one of those three channels, other than the mainstream media, obviously, you're watching it on a scammer's live stream. Be careful, folks. I just want to say that. Just be careful. If you're not watching this on RSBN, if you're not watching this on Golden State Times, if you're not watching this on Fox 10 Phoenix, you're watching it on a scammer's live stream. If you go to Trump Live on Twitter, you'll notice that people are sharing the scammers live stream. So I just wanted to say be careful. Anyways, let's move on. Diana White, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Also, Brandy Turpin, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. I hope I said that right. Warrior Mama, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Let's see, who else do we have on here, folks? Truth Prevails, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Timothy Duke, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Harold S. Hill, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Stand with a Beer, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. I like that name. I like the Stand with a Beer. Beers for Kavanaugh, folks. Beers for Kavanaugh. We also have Shayla. Thank you so much, Shayla, for sharing the live stream. Betty, thank you so much, Betty. And let's say, what is Gail? Oh, I'm sorry. Gail, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Broward County, Florida, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Carl, thank you so much, Carl, for sharing the live stream. Matthew, thank you so much, Matthew. And Dave, we also have Candy Roberts, thank you so much. Terry, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. We also have Nano F4, thank you so much for sharing the stream. I Stand with Flynn. I Stand with Flynn. Brother, the other live stream that you were promoting or sharing on, it's a scammer stream, folks. It's a scammer stream. If you are not watching this on RSBN, they do a very good job. Their team is cool. If you're not watching it here at Golden State Times, if you're not watching it at Fox 10 Phoenix, that's just like the alternative news networks that stream this. That's not the mainstream media like Fox and all those other guys. If you don't watch it on RSBN, if you don't watch it on Golden State Times, if you don't watch it on Fox 10 Phoenix, you're watching it on a scammer's live stream. Be careful, folks. Be careful. All right, so let's move on. Let's see if we have any more on here. Thank you so much to Teresa and Harold. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Eric the Deplorable, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Northern Lights Anon, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. All right, so no, this is not the last rally. There's one more rally after this one. That one's going to happen in Missouri. This one is in Indiana. We had a rally earlier today. That one was in Tennessee. I don't even know where we are anymore, folks. Oh my God, so much. And that's just us. Imagine the president. Imagine the president. The president of the United States is 72, 73 years old, folks. All right. And he has so much energy to do this. This is insane. 3 rallies in one day. But yeah, earlier today, we were in Cleveland, Ohio. There you go. See, I don't even know where we are anymore. But this one is live footage. Live footage from Indiana. We're in Fort Wayne, Indiana. That's where you guys are watching right now. And then later on, we're going to Missouri. And at that speech, President Trump is going to bring up on stage Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh, along with Lean Greenwood being live there singing his song. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. President Trump is set to come out soon. He already landed. He's already in the motorcade. He's on the way to the venue. So he should arrive very, very soon. So make sure you guys please share the live stream on social media. Thank you so much for your continued support here live at Golden State Times. President Donald Trump in Indiana. This is live footage, like I said. Give me a second here. Stand by as we get everything situated. What in the world's going on? If you would like to help out Golden State Times, there's a few ways of doing it. You can share this live stream on social media. That's completely free and it helps us out a lot. Or you can help us through Super Chat, which is a very good way of helping the channel out and making sure that everything is good here at Golden State Times. Because YouTube just does a number on us, folks. Let me put it back on your screen. All right. So this is live footage, like I said. Thank you so much to Justin and also to Tony. Thank you so much, Justin and Tony, for sharing the live stream. For supporting us through Super Chat. And those Super Chats help out the channel, folks. It gets us to more events. It gets us better feeds for you folks. And we always try to do the best for you folks. So thank you so much for your support. It should be coming up on the screen. Why is this taking so long? All right, there it is. Now you guys can see it. Oh, because it's a little bit behind on YouTube. It's a little bit behind. So there we go. Now I can see that everything is perfect. But yeah, so folks, this is live footage from Indiana. This is not pre-recorded or we're not, showing something else or whatever. This is live footage. Let me go to give more shout outs on Twitter. Thank you so much to Based Melissa and also to Tholadius. I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for your continued support and for sharing the live stream. I am Grandma Carol. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Rosemary, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Fest, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Gail, thank you so much, Gail. Also, Beth, thank you so much, Beth. Lola, thank you so much, Lola. Betty FR, thank you so much. Hi Q person, that's a nice name. Cindy, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Also Teresa and Harold, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Eric, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Let's see if we have any more folks. Sneaky Pete, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Based Melissa, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Again, folks, let people know. If you guys go to other chats and stuff, let people know. If you're not watching the live streams of Trump rallies on Golden State Times, if you're not watching it on Right Side Broadcasting, if you're not watching it on Fox News, if you're not watching it on Fox 10 Phoenix, you are watching the live stream of a scammer that is trying to scam Americans. So be careful when you guys tune in to a live stream of President Trump. If you're not watching it on any of those 4 networks, I think I said, Golden State Times, Right Side Broadcasting, Fox 10 Phoenix, or Fox News, then you're watching it on a scammer stream and you have to be very, very careful, okay? Thank you so much. All right, folks, I'm going to be giving more shout outs here. We have Happy Campers. Thank you so much for your support in sharing the live stream. Kathy Davis, thank you so much. Cindy, thank you so much. Also, Patricia and Pastor Bob, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. The president should be coming out soon. Let's see. Eric and Lynn Miller, thank you so much. Shirley, thank you so much. Southern Girls Steph, thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Timothy and the Deplorable Fox, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Red, White, and Blue, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Kathleen and Andrew, thank you so much for your support. Gary Fox, thank you so much for your support. Sneaky Pete, thank you so much for your support and sharing the live stream. Base Melissa, and I think that'll be it for now. Thank you so much, folks, for sharing the live stream on social media. The president should be coming out soon, hopefully. I know that he's in the venue already. He had already landed. He was on his motorcade, and I'm sure he's either there or very, very close. So it should be starting soon. Thank you so much. All right, folks. So thank you so much to, I don't know if it's Loki or Loke. I apologize. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream, by the way. Also, Joe. Thank you so much, Joe, for sharing the live stream. Kathy Chu. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Jennifer Williams. Thank you so much. Under Siege. Thank you so much. Catherine and also Grain of Salt 2. Thank you so much for sharing the live stream. We also have Billy Hilly Jive. Thank you so much. Brian Rourke, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. Harold, thank you so much. And also Patriot Beth. Hemihead, thank you so much. Gab, I saw that Gab was working earlier, but now I don't know if it's working anymore. It's crazy. Let's see, who else do we have on here? Lewis Young, thank you so much for sharing the live stream. You guys are amazing, sharing this live stream on social media so much. Thank you. I am Canadian, eh? Welcome, and thank you so much for sharing the live stream on social media. Also, let's see here. I think that's it. Thank you so much, folks. All right, folks. So if you guys want to get notified for the next Trump rally that's coming up right after this one, it's 3 rallies in one day, folks. We had one earlier. We have one right now. This is live footage. And then we have one after this one. So 3 rallies. So if you want to get notified for the next rally, make sure to text America First to 555-888 so you can get a notification from me directly instead of YouTube for the next rally. So if you want to get future notifications for Trump's speeches, rallies, or any press briefings or any urgent breaking news, make sure to text America First to 555-888 and you'll get signed up for our notifications through text messages. Don't worry, it's free. We won't spam you. We won't do anything with your phone numbers, nothing like that. We try to be as secure as possible, and we want you to trust us with this. That way we can promise you that we will send you notifications when you go live so you won't miss anything. Thank you so much. All right, folks, quick update. We're almost up to 1,000 Patriots that have already signed up to our notification squad. You know what that means? That means that Patriots want to get notified of what is going on, and that is beautiful. We love that. We love that you guys want to stay in the loop. You guys want to stay informed, and we are here to do that for you. So thank you for trusting us here at Golden State Times.
to be in Indiana. We had a big victory here not so long ago. Big victory. Big one. A big one. And I'm thrilled to be back in the heartland. And you want to see something special? Take a look outside at the thousands and thousands of people that wanted to get inside. You got lucky. You got lucky. This is an incredible time for America. Jobs are soaring. Wages are rising. Optimism is skyrocketing. And more Americans are working today than ever before in our history. Tomorrow, the people of Indiana are going to send Mike Braun to the U.S. Senate to keep America's economic boom surging full speed ahead. He's a great guy, a very successful guy, wonderful guy. Nobody knows he went to Harvard Business School and did well. I shouldn't mention Harvard, but I have to because at least it shows he has very high aptitude tests, right? And that's, that's okay. That's a good thing. He's a smart guy and he's a great guy and he loves the people of Indiana. He loves Indiana. Mike Braun. Republicans have created the best economy in the history of our country. This is the single best economy in the history of our great country. And it's the hottest jobs market on the planet Earth. But everything we have achieved is at stake tomorrow. Everything. Because they can take it apart just as fast as we built it. But I don't think that's going to happen based on what I'm seeing all over the place. If the radical Democrats take power, they will take a wrecking ball to our economy and to the future of our country. When you enter the voting booth on Tuesday, you will be making a simple choice. A vote for Republicans is a vote to continue our extraordinary prosperity. A vote for Democrats is a vote to bring this economic boom crashing down very rapidly. The Democrat agenda will deliver a socialist nightmare. That's what it is. The Republican agenda is delivering the American dream, optimism, the American dream. In the last month alone, we added another 250,000 brand new jobs. They couldn't believe it, the fake news media. They were very upset. They were very upset. Very, very upset. They were very upset when they saw those numbers. And couldn't have come at a better time. Friday. What a beautiful time. Election on Tuesday comes on Friday. And by the way, that's despite those numbers, 2 unbelievably powerful, vicious hurricanes, which always devastate job numbers. Despite that, 250,000 new jobs. The unemployment rate is now at the lowest level in more than 50 years. We have created 4.5 million new jobs since Election Day. Oh, wasn't that a nice day? Remember that? Was that a nice day? Oh, that beautiful November day. We had a lot of happy. Were you all happy on that particular day? Well, they were among the highest ratings in the history of television. That still didn't make them happy. They were miserable. That's the only time they got great ratings and they felt badly about it.
And we've lifted 4.3 million Americans off of food stamps. African American, Hispanic American, Asian American unemployment have all reached the lowest levels in the history of our country. And we passed, despite the fact that it was said it could not be done, a massive tax cut, largest in history, for Indiana workers, for the entire country, and we will soon follow it up with another 10% tax cut for the middle class. And to protect your rights and freedoms, we overcame the Democrat smear campaign and confirmed the newest member of the United States Supreme Court, Justice Brett Kavanaugh. And just in case you haven't seen it, one of his accusers came out on Friday and said she never met him, he didn't do the horrible thing that she said. She never met him. It didn't happen. She was lying. She was lying. It was a false accusation. It was a false statement. A disgrace. And I remember when that phony statement came out, a lot of people were saying he must immediately abandon. He must, and you know what? For 10 years, everybody said Brett Kavanaugh. I didn't know who he was. But for 10 years, the intellect, the scholastic ability, the legal genius, I was hearing his name for years, that they said he'll be on the Supreme Court. I said, who is he? Who is he? But I'd hear it for years. And think of that. This woman came out and said she made up the story. And they got to look at the other ones also, folks, because take a look at the other ones, folks. You know, when I gave him a little phone call, could I meet you? I met him at the White House. Really clean-cut, nice guy. I said, Judge, at that time he was judge, had an incredible record, not a problem in his whole life. Best student, Yale Law School. Best marks, best everything, right? Never a problem, perfect family, beautiful, great kids, wife, everything perfect. I said, Judge, I want to nominate you for the United States Supreme Court. And he said, sir, this is the greatest honor of my life. We shook hands. And I said, Judge, let me just tell you, this is going to be a piece of cake. You are so good. Your academic record, your record at home, your record in everywhere. You are going to go through so fast. It's going to be so easy. And he said, thank you. And then he sat down and a lot of bad things started being said. And I'll tell you what, it was a disgrace. One guy, you know who that is? The great Vietnam hero, right? Great Vietnam hero, right? You know all about that, except he never went to Vietnam. And he stood up and he said, I don't want any lies, I only want the truth. This guy lied for 15 years about his Da Nang, right? Da Nang province. So when I was climbing up the hill with Da Nang, I was climbing up the hill, and my soldiers were going down left and right. He never saw Vietnam. He was in the reserves. Not bad, reserves. He never saw Vietnam. He was climbing up the hill, bullets left and right. My buddy's going down. And then he wants honesty. This is the crap we have to put up with. Then you have Dianne Feinstein. Dianne Feinstein. Todd Young's friend, Senator Cornyn of Texas, looked at her, said, "Did you leak?" And she got scared, you know. He's a pretty tough guy, right, Todd? I mean, this was unbelievable. "Did you leak?" Senator Cornyn, "Did you leak?" And she goes, "What? Did you leak?" "Did we leak?" We went through this. The worst body language any human being has ever used or seen. In other words, she leaked. She leaked. And that's just the beginning. What they did is a disgrace. Oh no. Are they good ones or bad ones? Good or bad? Good or bad? Hey, look at the cameras, everybody. They're finally turned. Look. They're finally turned. They're finally turned. The cameras turned like a pretzel. Did you see that? They had no angle, but they won't turn to show these huge crowds. They never want to show the crowds. You have to see. You have to see. I just left Ohio. You want to see? It was incredible. This is incredible. Outside is even more incredible because it's more people. But they never show it. They keep it right trained in my face, which I don't like, and about 5 people behind me. Somebody there is going to be a star. I don't know who it is. You may have better seats, but you know what? Honestly, somebody's going to be very famous back there. But they don't show the crowds. Could you spin the cameras around, please, and show the crowd? Come on. They don't turn them. Look. They don't turn them because they're fake news. They're fake news. They're fake news. They never turn them. My wife always says, "How was the crowd?" I say, "Didn't you see it?" "No, they kept it right on your face." They never move your face. They never. And they do that because they don't want people to see how big the crowd is. They don't want that. Now, President Obama, he was in Miami or someplace, and in the big basketball arena that seats 18,000 people, he had 1,000 people. Seriously. And not one person that I saw reported that. If I had one empty seat right up in that corner, right there, hello folks, right there. If there was an empty seat, that would be a front page story that we're not drawing the crowds anymore. Right, Coach? Right, Coach? No, they don't turn the camera. In fact, the first time, that's about the first protester I've seen in a long time, and it's the first time I've seen the cameras like pretzels, boom, right up into that. Because you see, they think that's a bad thing for us to have a protester. And tomorrow you'll have on television protests. Was it one person or two? It was one person. The contrast in this election could not be more clear. By the way, is there anything like a Trump rally? Governor! Democrats produce mobs. That's what they're doing. But we're winning. Republicans produce jobs. Very simple. Very simple. A vote for any Democrat tomorrow is a vote to hand over power to crying Chuck Schumer. You know crying Chuck, right? Remember when he never cried before. I've known him a long time. I never saw him cry, but that was an appropriate moment. Right on schedule. Nancy Pelosi. The legendary Maxine Waters, a real genius. And their extreme job-killing agenda. That's what it's for. They want to raise your taxes, the Democrats do. Restore crippling regulations, shut down your new steel mills, take away your health care, and put illegal aliens before American citizens. That's what they want. Democrats are inviting caravan after caravan of illegal aliens to pour into our country, overwhelming your schools, your hospitals, and your communities. If you want more caravans, if you want more crime, vote Democrat tomorrow. If you want strong borders, you see what we're doing? We got the worst laws because they won't give us the votes. If you want strong borders and safe communities, no drugs, no caravans, vote Republican. All right, get them out of here, please. Get them out. 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 Go home to mommy. Go home to mommy. Oh, look at the cameras. Look, the cameras are right on them. The cameras are right on them, folks. All right, can we have our law enforcement take them out of here, please? You know the funny thing about this stuff, though? There's a guy who's a weak person with a weak voice. Nobody hears him, but our guys are all going crazy like this. Our guys actually make the disturbance, but that's okay. We love our guys. What can we do? We love them. We're thrilled to be joined tonight, and he just spoke a little while ago, but he's been a friend of mine for a long time. An American football legend who truly knows winning. My friend, Coach Lou Holtz. Lou, thank you. Lou. What a coach. And what a great guy he is, too. Thank you, Lou. We're also grateful to be joined by many terrific Indiana Republicans, including a man that has done an excellent job. You know, he followed a very tough act. Vice President Mike Pence, right? Very tough act. And he has done a phenomenal job. In fact, Mike was telling me what a great job Governor Eric Holcomb has done. And we also have here someplace, it's tough to find them. Boy, it's tough. They should tell me, like, where are they? Look at this place. I'm supposed to find somebody. A great person, a friend of mine, helped us so much in every single thing we passed, and nobody's done better than we have in the first 2 years of office. That I can tell you. Senator Todd Young, there he is. Great person, hard worker and a winner. Thank you, Todd, great job. And also Congressman Jim Banks, big help. Thank you, Jim. They're great people. They've helped us with a lot. if you don't want to be saying the words, ladies and gentlemen, Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, for the next 2 years, you got to get out tomorrow, and you have to get out. You got to get, Jim, are you ready? You got to get out. Vote for Jim. Vote for all of those great congressmen. Vote for all of those great congressmen and women. We have great congressmen and women. And again, something's going on, folks. Something's going on. Let's see. Maybe I'm wrong. There was something going on 2 years ago. There was something going on, and I felt it. And I feel it again. So I want to introduce 3 people that probably you've heard of. And, you know, I just left Ohio and I said, I will never mention the word beautiful when referring to a woman. I will never do it. No man in this room will ever again say a woman is beautiful, right? Because it's not politically correct. But I have a daughter who's very smart. Her name is Ivanka. And she's here. Ivanka, come up.
Hi, Indiana. We love you. We really love you. And we are fighting for you each and every day. And tomorrow, we want you all to turn up and help us fight back so we continue to keep this rolling. This moment of opportunity, unlike anything this country has ever seen. Truly, it's a golden era of opportunity. My father mentioned the job numbers, but people are coming off the sidelines into our workforce. Unemployment is at record low across all categories. It's never been a better time to be an American worker. And that can't stop. So get out and vote tomorrow. And thank you for your love. We return it. Thank you.
And she's a very nice person, I can tell you, and very smart. She went to the Wharton School of Finance, and they say she was very, very smart. Are you ready? He goes, and beautiful. No, I don't say that. Don't ever say that. I have 2 other great women with me. You've never heard of them. They're very shy and retiring. They want to keep it that way. Kellyanne Conway and Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Thank you, Indiana. You'll have to forgive Kellyanne and I. We're maybe a little speechless. We're not used to friendly crowds. Thank you. It's an honor to be here with so many incredible people. Mostly it's an honor to be with you, Mr. President. Thank you for giving us the privilege of a lifetime to work in your historic administration and to do incredible things and literally change the course of our country. A lot of people know me in my official capacity, and it's one of the greatest honors of my life to serve in your administration and one of the most important jobs I'll ever have. But the greatest job that I'll ever have, and the greatest title I'll ever have is that of a mom. And that's why... And that's why I work for this president, because I care about my kids' future, and I care about the future of our country, and I want somebody that I know will protect their future, protect this country, and make sure that they have the best America possible, and that's why we're going to keep making America great again. Thank you so much, Indiana.
We all love her. Mr. President, thank you. Ivanka, Sarah, I love me some Hoosiers. So let me just say, in my personal capacity, because this election is very personal to me, Joe must go. Get him out. It sounds like about 13,000 people saying that, Mr. President. You don't need to be a pollster to know how to count. This place is filled to the rafters. This president's policies have helped the job creators, the job holders, and the job seekers. And ladies and gentlemen, if you think your vote doesn't count, if you think that it doesn't matter to have a small majority in the United States Senate, you did not live through the Brett Kavanaugh hearings. It matters. Elections have consequences. And your vote tomorrow is so incredibly important. Yeah, that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here, but you have to do one more thing for us. You've got to get everybody you know out to the polls tomorrow, or it doesn't matter. You got to get them out. Grab a friend. Get a colleague. Tell them it matters. We need to keep this going. Mr. President, I just am reminded of the 2016 crowds. It looked an awful lot like this. It's starting to feel an awful lot the same. But my favorite thing, Mr. President, they'd say, we see all the crowds, we see the crowds, but will they vote? No, they stood in the rain for 4 hours. They stayed overnight just to be here, but they're not going to vote. So you tell me, but will you vote? God bless you, Indiana. Go, Mike Braun. God bless the United States of America.
So I just saw them standing there, and I said, let's get them up here, right? That's good. That was a good job. But it is true. I didn't say it in a long time. They used to say, I remember I was in New Hampshire making a speech, and they had people, it was like 25 degrees below zero. They're freezing. They were there for 24 hours. Their clothing, I don't know who makes it, but it must be the greatest in the world, right? And then the media was saying, yes, they waited for 24 hours in sub-zero temperature, but will they vote? To vote took about 15 seconds, right? Will they vote? The answer was they voted in New Hampshire. They voted all over, and here we are, folks. Here we are. Tomorrow, the people of Indiana are going to elect an outstanding man. He will be a great new senator to work along with Todd. A vote for Mike Braun is a vote to keep your jobs going, to keep your wages going up, and to take care once and for all, and we've done a really good job for it. You look at the Wall Street Journal today, their editorial, they say we haven't gotten the credit for what we've done to healthcare, including, by the way, getting rid of the worst part of Obamacare, the individual mandate. We're taking care of health care. It's a vote to keep your families safe and to keep criminals, traffickers, and drug dealers the hell out of our country. We want them out. Mike's opponent is an extreme liberal Democrat named Joe Donnelly. Now, he's gone rogue on the Democrats. He's gone rogue because now he likes Trump a lot. He loves my border policy. They got to come in through a process. They got to come in legally. I don't know if he said the wall yet, but he will be saying that pretty soon, I suspect, Todd, right? And all of a sudden, he's talking about what we've been talking. Now, here's the problem. There's one problem. We'll have the election tomorrow, and on Wednesday, he'll be totally against us. He'll never vote for us. He will never, ever vote for us. That's what's the problem. A number of them, I'm popular in a lot of states. Can you believe this? Really popular. I mean, we won states by more than 42 points. Can you believe it? So when you guys think you're doing well, I did well in a lot of, and all of a sudden we see these senators veering to almost exactly my words. I say, did they turn Republican? But what they do is on Wednesday, they go back to who they are. And we'll never get a vote from Joe Donnelly. When we come in with the health care, when we come in with whatever we want, we will never, because it's obstruction. Their whole campaign is named Resist, right? Resist. We don't want to resist. We want to get things done. We want the opposite. So, a vote for Joe is a vote to put Schumer in charge of the Senate and to put Dianne Feinstein in charge of Senate Judiciary Committee. Remember, Joe Donnelly voted against your tax cuts, and he joined the Democrat mob in voting against Justice Brett Kavanaugh. You know that. Despite what he's saying this week, just happened. I was surprised, but not that surprised. Donnelly also supports open borders. He voted to give free welfare to illegal aliens, and he sponsored Dianne Feinstein's bill to expand catch and release. Joe Donnelly was rated the least effective Democrat in the entire United States Senate. That's why they call him Sleeping Joe. No, but look at this. Look, you got a chance to put Mike Braun there. Smart, tough. He sleeps about 4 hours a night or less. He's going to work like hell for you. And he's going to really, he doesn't care. He's given up a lot to do this. He's given up a lot. Given up a lot. And Joe wakes up primarily when Schumer calls. Yes, sir. This is the way I want you to vote. Yes, sir. If you want a senator who will always be loyal to the people of Indiana, he'll do what's right. Vote tomorrow. Get out tomorrow. You got to do it. Mike Braun. He will be a great senator. Mike, come on up.
Fort Wayne, Allen County, the heart and soul of conservatism in Indiana. That's what you are. You know, the president is right. I'm doing this, I think, for the right reasons. Not the pay and the perks, not to nestle in D.C. I signed a term limits pledge. It's to help somebody that's shaken up Washington. So when my wife and I decided, he's right, we lived out east for 2 years, saw the light, moved back to our hometown, been there ever since. She's had her business in our downtown for 40 years. I've had my own for 37. And you learn a lot in the real world. These folks that go there and do it for the pay and the perks, nestle in, nothing gets done. I remember back to November 2016. We all watched with amazement that year when this new guy from out east came onto the scene, took on the establishment. Yeah. I'll never forget, I did go to bed at 2:15, and I do get by with 5 to 6 hours of sleep, but went to bed, got up the next morning about 5:30, 5:45, turned the tube on, and see President-elect Trump. So you've all done it before. When you heard great news, I'm jumping up and down. I knew my wife had about another hour to go. I went up, got her out of bed. We were both hooping and hollering. What a big day. So, this is a rare opportunity. We've got tax reform that's already come down the pike. We're sharing those benefits with our employees. We raised 401k benefits, lowered family health care plans by $1,400 a year, took on the health insurance companies 10 years ago. My employees have not paid a nickel more for good insurance in 10 years. That's what you're going to get out of me. We've finally got an opportunity. We need more reinforcements from the real world, people that have done something. You're going to see in the next 2 years, and once President gets reelected, there are going to be more people like me that come on board. So, do this for me. Family and friends, get them out to vote. Help me send Joe Donnelly to the early retirement he deserves. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Wow. He's going to be great. He's going to be great. And Todd, I think you like very much the prospect of working with that man, right? Todd Young. Thank you. Thank you, Todd. That'll be a great team. That'll be a great team. If Democrats gain power on Tuesday, one of their very first projects will be a socialist takeover of American health care. All right, get them out, please. Get them out.
what it is about Indiana, but I'm not surprised. I haven't had one of these things happen in a long time, and now I have 3 of them tonight. That's Indiana for you. That's India. Going back home to mom. The Democrat plan would obliterate Medicare and eliminate Medicare Advantage for more than 360,000 Indiana seniors who depend on it. Republicans will protect Medicare for our great seniors who earned it and who, by the way, paid for it. They did pay for it. And Republicans will always protect patients with pre-existing conditions. Please remember that. Democrats' plan to destroy health care also includes raiding Medicare to fund benefits for illegal immigrants, not something that Indiana is really thrilled about. Your taxes will triple. Your taxes will triple. As we speak, Democrats are openly encouraging millions of illegal aliens to break our laws, violate our borders, and overrun our country, and they want to sign them up for free welfare, free health care, free education, and most importantly, the right to vote. They want them to vote. They want them to vote, folks. That's what they want. That's a big deal. So that people like Todd Young will never see the Senate again. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, I have a feeling. There's only one way to stop this Democrat-led assault on America's sovereignty. You have to vote Republican tomorrow. You have to. Illegal immigration costs our country more than $100 billion every single year. Think of that. $100 billion. And that's a very, very low number. I'm using that low number so they can't criticize me. Because if I said, seriously, $210 billion, they, if I'm off 15 cents on the high side, they'll say Donald Trump exaggerated the number. So I go real low, and I cut it in half. $100 billion, and that's a real low number. And that's more than double the budget of Indiana, Tennessee, and Georgia combined. And I mentioned those 2 other great places because we have 2 big races in Georgia, right? You know that, right? Big one. We have a big one in Georgia, big one in Tennessee. Marsha Blackburn's great. Got it great. Brian, you're going to have a new governor, and he's going to be great in Georgia. You got to have it right. We got to get it right. To make our country great again, we have to get it right. We're going to get it right. These dangerous policies drain our treasury, and they threaten our communities. Nearly 100% of the heroin in the United States enters through the southern border. People don't know that. Along with roughly 90% of cocaine, the majority of meth, and a substantial portion of deadly fentanyl. These drugs destroy the lives of hundreds of thousands of people, and 70,000 Americans a year die from these drugs. Last year alone, our brave ICE officers, who the Democrats want to fire, they're great. They're tough, they're strong, and they love our country, I'll tell you that. And they take a lot of abuse. Arrested more than, listen to this, 127,000 illegal aliens with criminal records. 127,000 with criminal records. Including those charged or convicted of approximately 48,000 assaults, 12,000 sex crimes, and 1,800 murders. Can you believe it? And did you see what I put on this week? Did you see not the rough guy screaming at the judge that he's going to kill everybody, but the second one wearing a hat? And he wanted to come into our country, but he asked for a pardon. And they said, oh, the announcer, the young woman that was doing probably some kind of a reporter, And she said, oh, you want a pardon? What is it for? And they have it in Spanish. Murder. She said, what? Murder. You want a pardon for murder? This was one of the people in the caravan. Wants a pardon for murder. Or attempted murder, to be exact. No, we don't want that. We don't want that. We're making our country great again. We don't want that. You can't make a country great if we're going to take some other country's problems. Other countries that we pay hundreds of millions of dollars to a year, and then they allow caravans to form. That's not going to go on too long, I'll tell you. Not going to go on too long. But the Democrats want to abolish ICE. They want America to be a giant sanctuary city for drug dealers, gang members, and MS-13 killers. Republicans believe America should be a sanctuary city for law-abiding Americans, not criminal aliens. And we will always stand with the heroes of ICE, Border Patrol, and law enforcement. And you do have great law enforcement in Indiana. They're all over the place. They're great. You got great law enforcement. Great governor. Great governor. This election is about safety, and this election is about jobs. For years you watched as we let foreign countries plunder our wealth, shutter our factories, and steal our jobs. But those days are over. And in case you haven't noticed, our country is respected again. Very much respected. We're respected again. We've added nearly 500,000 manufacturing jobs since the election, jobs that the previous administration said could never come back. You remember that? Remember, we need a magic wand to get them back. We found the magic wand. And last month alone, we added another 32,000 manufacturing jobs. That's 1,000 new manufacturing jobs every single day. They were never going to come back. They're all over the place. And we have many, many companies coming back into our country. I was with Prime Minister Abe of Japan. Great gentleman, just had a big re-election, got a tremendous vote. And he said, many car companies, he gave me a list of the names. I have the, because I don't want to just hear many, I want to know specifically which ones are we talking about. Because they do very well with the United States. You know, for years, Japan does very well with the United States. And I told him, he's a friend of mine, Shinzo, we have to start talking about this. This is no good. Too unfair. No good. But he said, but we are sending many companies. And it's true. We have companies going to Ohio and Indiana and North Carolina and South Carolina and Pennsylvania and Florida. Big, big, beautiful car companies, because we like the cars when they're made here, not when they're made in other countries. I just like them better. They have a better feel. They have a better feel. I like them made in the USA. Remember years ago? Made in the USA. You don't hear that, but you're starting to hear it. Because we are bringing back new companies like you've never seen, including Foxconn in Wisconsin. Foxconn. Governor Scott Walker did an incredible job. I told them, Foxconn, they're friends of mine. Scott, good luck. And I handed it to him, and there are very, very few people, governors. I think your governor could have pulled it off, actually. There are very few, I know he could, there are very few governors that could have taken that big, big, complex deal and quickly made it into one of the most incredible plants I've ever seen in my life. They make Apple equipment, much of the Apple equipment. at the highest level. They make robots. They make things you wouldn't believe. It's like a new age. We brought them into Wisconsin, and they're coming, and many other companies are coming. They're all pouring into our company. They want to be, they're coming into our country at every level. They want to be where the action is, and they say it. We want to be where the action is. And this country is the hottest country anywhere in the world, and that's where they want to be. I recently announced that we are replacing the horrible NAFTA deal with an incredible brand new U.S., Mexico, Canada agreement. Great deal. The USMCA is a tremendous victory for Indiana farmers, manufacturers, and dairy producers. Everybody in our country is very happy about that deal, and they've studied it closely. We have taken historic action to bring back American jobs by cracking down on China's very abusive trade practices. But that's going to work out. That's going to work out. Taking in billions and billions of dollars in taxes from China never happened before. But they want to make a deal, and that's good, because I like them and I like their president, President Xi. And we're going to make a deal, I believe. After years of, but a fair deal, fair deal. There's a difference. No bad deals. After years of rebuilding other countries, we are finally rebuilding our country. And we are doing it with American steel. Thanks to our tariffs and tough trade policies, our steel mills are roaring back to life, and you see that all over your state. Here in Indiana, Steel Dynamics has announced a $75 million investment in Columbia City and a $400 million investment in Terre Haute. And just 3 months ago, U.S. Steel announced a $750 million investment in a place called Gary, Indiana. Do we have a doctor, please? Doctor? Doctor in the house, please. Thank you. Thank you. Okay? Take your time. No problem. Take your time. Doctor, please. Thank you, doctor. Thank you, doctor. Thank you. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time. That's one of our good fans. Let's just hope everything's fine, right? We have plenty of time. Plenty of time. Thank you, doctor. Good. Thank you, doctor. Thank you. We have water right here, coming out. Water coming out. Looking good, looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Thank you, doctor. Thank you. Great job. Thank you. Looking good. With our great people, he'll be back in about 10 minutes. That was good. That was good. Thank you very much, doctor. Every day it's promises made, promises kept. We have also taken bold action to reduce the price of prescription drugs. And I want to thank Pfizer, Novartis, and others. We called them. We said, you got to reduce the price of your drugs, and they did. They didn't do the increase. So we want to thank them. But prices are coming down now for prescription drugs. We pay more than any country in the world, and there's nothing good about that. And we've offered new affordable health care plans in Indiana that cost nearly 60% less than Obamacare, and they're better plans. And very proudly for our veterans, we passed Veterans Choice. We just passed Choice, where the veteran has a choice to go to a private doctor rather than waiting in line for days and weeks and months. And we pay for that private doctor. They have been trying to pass that for over 40 years. We got it done. We're good at getting things approved. And the landmark VA accountability law to ensure that anyone who mistreats our veterans can be immediately held accountable. You're fired. Get out. And we secured $700 billion and $716 billion over 2 years to fully rebuild the United States military, and we gave our great warriors their largest pay raise in more than 10 years. And at my direction, the Pentagon is now working to create the sixth branch of the American Armed Forces called the Space Force. Very important. And I withdrew the United States from the horrible one-sided Iran nuclear deal. It was a catastrophe. Doing very well on that front. And we have recognized the capital of Israel and opened the American Embassy in Jerusalem. Together, we have made extraordinary progress, and we are just getting started. Go out and vote. This is the greatest, this is the greatest political movement in the history of our country. It really is. I mean, I don't even think it's close. And if it was, they would be knocking it. Let's see, what was better? Well, I don't think too many were better. This is the greatest in the history of our country. There's never been anything like this. You could almost say, because it's us, the history of the world. What's a bigger movement than this? And let's keep it going, by the way, tomorrow, folks. Let's keep it going. 2 years ago, we shocked the Washington establishment and stunned the entire world when we defied the pundits and the critics, rejected the failures of corrupt status quo, and elected a government that finally puts America first. It's about time. Every day since the failed old ruling class have been trying to claw back their way, they've been trying to claw back their way into power. They're not having an easy time. The fact is, I shouldn't say this because I want to unite. I do eventually want to unite. But the fact is, we're driving them crazy. We're driving them crazy. They don't know what to do. They're going loco. That's all right. Hopefully it's going to all come together someday like a beautiful puzzle. They have been on a shameless campaign to obstruct resist, demolish, defame, and destroy. True, they have been. It's ridiculous. But you can stop them with your votes tomorrow. We will not be intimidated by mob rule because our movement is America's movement. You are moms and dads and sons and daughters, students and workers, farmers and soldiers. You follow our laws, give back to our communities, and raise your children to be strong, upstanding citizens. You are loyal and faithful to your country, and now you finally have a president that is loyal and faithful to you. For years, you watched as your leaders apologized for America. You've seen it many, many times. Now you have a president who is standing up for America, and it's my honor to do so. We are standing up for your values. We are standing up for Indiana, and we are standing proudly for our great national anthem. I am asking every citizen from every party, every background, and every race, color, and creed to reject the Democrat politics of anger and division and to unite behind our proud and righteous destiny as Americans, all together. All together, we're Americans. I need you to get your family, get your friends, get your neighbors, get your coworkers, and go out and vote for a Republican House and a Republican Senate and Republicans at every level of government. And I need you to vote for Mike Braun tomorrow. Devoted citizens like you help build this country. And together we are taking back our country, returning power to where it belongs with you, the American people. This great state of Indiana was built by tough frontier men and strong pioneer women who braved the wilderness to build a life, a dream, and a home with their own two hands. They didn't have a lot of money. They didn't have a lot of luxury, but they all had one thing in common. They loved their families, they loved their country, and they loved their God. These courageous Americans did not shed their blood, sweat, and tears so that we could sit at home while others tried to erase their legacy, tear down our history, and destroy our proud American heritage. That's not what it's about. From the farm fields of Indiana to the big sky of Montana, from the deserts of Nevada to the red rocks of Arizona, from the coal mines of West Virginia to the steel mills of Ohio, and in every city and town across our land, we are going to work, we are going to fight, and we are going to win, win, win. We will not bend. We will not break. We will never give in. We will never give up. We will never back down. And we will never surrender. We will always fight on to one thing. What is that one thing? Victory. It's victory. We will always fight on to victory because we are Americans and our hearts bleed red, white, and blue. We are one people. people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. And Indiana together, we will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, Indiana. Thank you.
All right, folks, thank you very much for joining us and choosing us as your stream of choice. President Donald Trump in Fort Wayne, Indiana, giving an electrifying speech. This was the best speech I've seen in a very, all of them are great, but this one was just over the top, folks. People are energetic. People are full of energy, ready to vote tomorrow. Make sure you guys vote, 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 folks. Help someone else. Get to the polling place and tell them, you know what, call your friends, call your family, anybody over the voting age. Call them up and tell them, you know what, did you guys vote? Because this is very, very important. So make sure you guys go out and vote. Help someone else go vote and stuff like that. Thank you very much for joining us and choosing us as your stream of choice. President Donald Trump, 2 rallies today. The 3rd rally is coming up. Don't forget, there's another rally, folks. It's starting in just a little while, so make sure you guys stay tuned live here at Golden State Times. If you guys would like to help us out, this live stream was completely demonetized. And let me see if it's still demonetized as we speak. Let me see real quick. Yep, it's still demonetized, folks. It's 100% demonetized. So if you'd like to help out Golden State Times, you can do so on PayPal at paypal.me/GST Live. There's also a link in the description below. If you'd like to help us out, folks, $1, $2, whatever you can afford, that will be amazing because we need as much help as we can possibly get. YouTube wants to demonetize us. YouTube wants to shadow ban us. So thank you so much in advance. Also, if you would like to get notifications from us directly here at Golden State Times, you can do so by texting America First to 555-888 and join our notification list. So that way you don't have to rely on YouTube getting notified by YouTube when we go live. You can get notified directly by us here at Golden State Times. So make sure you guys sign up to get the notification from us. Do you have to do is text America First to 555-888, and then you'll get notified directly by me when we go live for President Trump rally, speeches, White House press briefings, breaking news, and all that other good stuff. So thank you so much. I hope to see you guys at the next rally in just a few minutes. We'll be uploading we will be putting up the live stream for that. And I hope to see you guys there. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel. And also make sure to sign up to our notification list. Just text America First to 555-888 and we'll notify you when we go live for President Trump's rally in Missouri, where actually Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh are going to make an appearance in a speech. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Thank you so much. Support Golden State Times on PayPal, link in the description below. And I hope to see you guys at the next rally. Peace. Don't forget, folks, if you want to get notified every single time that we go live for a President Trump speech or a Trump rally, all you have to do is take out your cell phone and text America First to 555-888, and then you'll be added to our notification list. And then when we are about to go live for a Trump rally or a Trump speech, we'll send you a notification via text message and saying, you know what? We are about to go live in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 5 minutes. We are already live. Here is the link. You just click on it and it'll take you directly to that live stream. So if you would like to join our notification squad, text America First to 555-888. Thank you so much for your continued support. If you'd like to help out Golden State Times, there's a link in the description below. I would also like to say thank you to Patty. Thank you so much, Patty, for your support through Super Chat. All of those Super Chats and contributions through PayPal help us continue operation here at Golden State Times and also gets us to future rallies. Thank you so much.